ridiculously high. So it has to correct. And so I'm looking at those numbers all the way back there, and I'm like, it's going back there at some point. It may take a year, it may take 2 years, like it took, 3, 4 years to get to the high it's at right now, but it's going to go there. It's going back there, and maybe and probably lower, right? So where are you? Will you survive all of the crazy unwinding and wars and rumors of wars and earthquakes and all that stuff we hear in the Bible, prophecy? Where will you be? Because you're like, well, if there was a house that was going for $150,000 and now it's like $1 million, will they go back to $150,000? Probably. All right, unless they dumped a lot of money into it and upgraded it and stuff like that, it might not go quite that low, but it could probably go that low, back to there and then below. All right, below that. But do you have the wherewithal to last that long? Will you be in? If you're working for someone right now, right? If you've saved up a lot of money and you have a lot of silver, I wouldn't save a lot of money. I would have it in silver. I wouldn't have any money in the bank. I'd have it in silver. All right. I wouldn't be buying a brand new car right now unless your jalopy's like collapsing. I wouldn't be going on like crazy vacations right now. I wouldn't be buying a house. Absolutely not buying a house right now. So where would you be in another year, 2, 3 years if you could last that long? Would you have the money? Could you plan it out where you would have the money to buy that house that went to the moon, that you're like, I'd buy that house, but it went to the moon and I ain't going to buy it. I ain't going to buy a moon house. Right? When it comes back to earth, I would buy it. You would buy it now, but where will you be in a year or 2 or 3, right? So, what line of work are you in? How much money have you saved? Or silver, again, how much silver have you saved? And if you're still sitting on money, what in the hell is wrong with you? I just want to reach through and slap a knot on your head. It's like, wake the F up. So if you have it in a bank, you might be finding out pretty soon that it ain't going to work out so good. I think we're going to see some bank failures start to pop really hard again. So think about it. Think about where you would be, what you would do in the next year and a half. If you're struggling at a job where you're barely hanging on in this job and you're seeing everything collapse in your industry, so and you're thinking, well, I got a bunch of silver. I would like use it to survive. That would be good. Back when I basically had my outing with the CIA, it was the silver and gold that I had to tap it to survive. Right. So I don't feel that I'm going to be in a survival mode going forward. I'm going to be in a mode where I'll be able to continually maintain, and I'm waiting for the opportunities. Right. And if you have enough silver, when silver starts to really take off, you're like, really take off? Yeah, it's not done it yet. All right. So when it really takes off and you're getting $150, $250, $500 an ounce, right? Can you wait that long? Because it may take a few years to get there, right? And if you can't, maybe you can buy something which don't do a friggin' mortgage. So I also looked at that house and I'm like, if I took out a 30-year mortgage, which would be stupid for me, I'm like 65. Why would I take out a 30-year mortgage? So I'm looking at that house and I'm like, let's say that I did, 15% down or 20% down or whatever. And I did the mortgage payments on this house. It's friggin' stupid. It's so stupid. I remember when I had condos, I was like, what? I paid on this condo for like 12 years, and it's like it hasn't moved what I owe on the friggin' plate on the thing. It's such a scam. So for 30 years of payments, you're going to end up paying I would have ended up if I took that house for whatever payments, there would be like 3 times the price of the friggin' house. So if I took an $8 million house, it'd be like worth 3, 8, 6, 8, 16, 24. I think it was like 24 million was the total price that I would pay if I took that house, which I don't have that kind of money, but I dream big, and when I dream big, usually I do well. So I'm dreaming big. We'll see what happens. So a $2 million house, maybe, my silver, if it really takes off, I could buy that in cash, right? At some point, if it goes to 500, if it goes to, $250 an ounce, if I take that money and I put it in something else, they talk about all of this rare earth. Rare earth is bullshit. There's plenty of it. But here in the United States, we don't process it. So what if Mike and a bunch of other smart men and women decided they were going to build a rare earth plant to refine it? Because there's plenty of rare earth in the United States. It just has to be shipped somewhere else to be refined. It's like ridiculous. To China. China's got a lot of it, and I think there's some other places to do. I think Venezuela's got a lot of rare earth too. So let's say me and a bunch of other people got together. We're like, I'll put this money down. You put that money down. We'll work our asses off. We'll make this in a few years. We'll be like rare earth or less a year, 9 months. We'll have a rare earth factory. And then we're like pumping it out. And we're all like, got tons of money because, everybody's coming to us. So there'll be opportunities like that for you and for your peeps that you will probably be able to take advantage of. Because when you look back in 1929, 2008, 2000, all these different crashes, they were opportunities for those people that had the vision, right? And the people that moved in and took advantage of, the everything collapsing. World War II was like that. World War I was like that. All these different, places. I remember I was listening to this one guy. I was at a place where a lot of rich people were. I wasn't one of them, but there's all these rich people talking, and one of them, their grandfather had bought in Italy, had gone in where everything was bombed and blown up, had gone in and bought real estate in areas that were all like destroyed. Nobody wanted it. No one had money. He had money. He went in and bought all this real estate, and their family, if I told you the family, you'd be like, gee, of course, but their family became ultra wealthy from that, so from the coming destruction that's going to be happening, that's already happening in our economy and the world, will be opportunities of a lifetime. And if you're positioned with silver, that's going to go up to an incredible level. And some of you already have businesses that are going to do well. You position yourself, like I have positioned myself well with LifeWave. So that will be something that will be very successful in the future. So already successful, but be even more successful in the future. So if you position yourself in certain businesses, you can benefit from the coming turmoil. If you have that vision to see that this area will be successful, that area is going to be going away, because it's like it's already effed up. So it'll be good when everything collapses, because that bullshit goes away. So and that's part of the cleansing process that happens, not only with people that are kind of like, you look at all those people that didn't make it on the other side of World War II. At least in a I mean, Hitler, we could say, well, Hitler was one. No, I think Hitler survived. So, but Mussolini, we know Mussolini was basically hung by piano wire, right? So all of those people that were not so good to have around and were making everything a mess, they're gone now. Would Gavin Newsom be gone in the future? I think probably. And I don't know, maybe he becomes a pecan tree grower. I don't know, or if in prison or whatever. So I don't know. So there's going to be, like I said, many opportunities, but you have to really start to think about that. Don't be reactive. Don't be reactive. This now is a time to really start to consider what are going to be the successful industries of the future, and how you can position yourself in them, and how you could grow your wealth over the next several years if you're positioned correctly, and you're out of things that are not, like the person that bought that multi-million-dollar house that I looked at, that it's now worth $8 million. If they were smart, they'd sell it at a fire sale and get out of it, right? And maybe they get a sucker. So that's another thing. So there's a lot of people out there that are like me, baby boomers, that have some real estate, and they think it's going to continue to go up. You're not going to be that kind of stupid. Doesn't survive, right? You might be at a millionaire home right now, but you'll be in a shack going forward, right? So you need to start think about that kind of stuff too. If you're in a position where you can benefit from the sale of certain things, like real estate, you better get out of it. Better get out of that real estate. I've been saying it for years now. And if we get down to the wire, things are going to start to collapse very quickly. You saw on Friday how quickly things can collapse. That was not even a taste of what's coming, guys. Not even close. So, all right. You paint beautiful artwork. That's always, Mitch, that's always, that will always go forward. There could be a time where people can't afford that. But if you were to paint things that people could afford, even though right now maybe you get $1 million for a piece of art, in the future you might get 1,000, and that might be a lot of money in the future. So you just have to be more flexible, right, with your stuff. What you're getting for things right now might not be what you're going to get in the future. Now, there is still inflation going on, but that's part of the destructive factor that's going on in destroying this economy forever, and it going to something else, right? So that's all. That's enough rambling. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. And in the future, again, there's opportunity, but only for those that are thinking ahead and seeing the patterns of things, right? Those people that were in the .com businesses, that were billionaires, and then pretty much lost everything overnight. They were getting, the amazing, Elton John concerts and all kind of crazy stuff, and then it just collapsed. So they didn't see, where things were going. And they got caught in a maelstrom that basically destroyed everything they had. There were so many people like that. All right. So you don't want to be that. You don't want to be in that position. There's a lot of you out there that are. There's a lot of billionaires out there that will not have those billions going forward at all. Right? They'll go from billionaires to thousandaires. Right. So, and that's what happens in every crash. And we're going to go through that cycle. So again, you can't position yourself to benefit and not take advantage, but to benefit and, be in a position where it's going to be very successful going forward. All right. All right, guys, lots of love. Stay in the love vibration, and we'll see you guys next time.